Hi, I'm Felicia K Maher. Nice to meet you. Okay, so I just want to pop in with this video really quickly just to kind of let you know a little bit about myself. I have been a registered nurse for the past 20 years, and I think that the idea of being an RN was placed in the back of my mind as I was a little girl. My grandmother told me that my mom always wanted to be a nurse, and she died when she was 4. And so I think I just had something inside of me that felt like I needed to carry on that dream and make that a reality for her. So I think doing the most difficult thing, going for the most difficult thing in nursing, in every area of nursing that I've ever done, started because I have an internal need to kind of, I guess, do that well and to prove, I guess, internal validation for me. But then it became a more external thing, especially recently with my girls. So just to leave an example for them, to leave an example, and to ultimately leave a legacy for them, that they can do anything that they set their minds to. So my experience over the past 20 years of nursing has been beautiful, just really full and beautiful. Like I said, I've always did the most difficult thing. Like, I started out in telemetry. Within a few months after working there, I became charged. And then within 6 months of that, I was charging ICU. Then I went on to work for Criticare for approximately 4 years, and we staffed 60% of the ICUs and CCUs in the Metroplex. So that was beautiful. That was a beautiful experience. It gave me a lot of autonomy, and for me to enter a work environment and realize that I was a very strong nurse and could just start things really quickly with having just minimal things that most people think, you have to have this and this in order to function. That went by the wayside. Then I went into a director of nursing position for almost a year for a long-term health care facility. And in that role, I was able to turn around a survey that happened pretty quickly after I got into the facility, because there had been no one in that role for an entire quarter before I accepted that role. So needless to say, there were, oh my gosh, systems were completely out of date or defunct. So I had to create systems, I had to implement new ones, I had to renovate the old ones. There were care plans were non-existent. They hadn't been having treatment teams. That TILs and NDSs were out of date. I had to track the employee certifications and do corrective counseling, corrective action, education, things like that for the staff. So I got lots of great experience in that role and was able to bring them a really great survey from that. And we also I got to go with the corporate nursing team to sister facilities and implement mock surveys for their facilities to get them prepared for the state. And so that was working for the state hospital for 5 years prior to being a nurse, as a psych tech, helped in that role for me to know the guidelines already, but then it just carried it more deeply into who I became as a nurse, I guess, once I was in that role and carried that on. And then I went on to I did internal float pool for about 4 years in the emergency room, postpartum, pretty much everywhere, all over the hospital if they needed me. And then I did PIC team. That's my favorite thing in nursing. I love PIC team. I was really good at it. Just really, I think I liked just being on my own and doing something really well and being able to do those benchmarks. Over the past few years, I've done travel nursing, and that has also given me the ability to walk in. Like the last few facilities that I've been in, I've been able to increase our client numbers by just giving input on, like, kind of the very last position that I was in. I narrowed down the guidelines, and we clarified the guidelines so that we increased our intake by 60%. and just by organizing the flow, the office flow, was able to just make it a much more functional environment. Because, you know, in seeing different aspects of nursing in different facilities, it kind of gives you fresh eyes in every place that you go, and you can see, well, that, you know, maybe this would work a little bit better here. What do you think about this? And kind of being a much more active member of the team, the management team, and being able to just pull things together more tightly. So I've really been thankful for all the experience in all those areas. And now I'm hoping to transition into management on a more consistent manner, especially in the psychiatric healthcare industry. So I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this, and I hope we get to talk more soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.